Whoa, that's heavy. Whoa. Jesus. Interesting. Ambidex. And betrayal. Wow, these are going by way faster than I can read them. Pandemic, eh? That's a scary word these days. It's the only one that stood out to me, probably for reasons of obviousness, in 2022. It's the past. Oof. Ooh. What is it going to be? What is this game going to be? That's my very question. You choose to ally or to betray? Interesting as fuck. Hi, Frenerinos. Welcome to Dergy be Playin, Virtue's Last Reward. I'm gonna go ahead and press this so that it doesn't go straight into the intro again, and then I will read after I've done my little spiel. Okay, so once again, main character's taken. To me, it kind of looked like he was driving out in the wilderness. It seems like it's a different dude named Sigma. Also, I've seen him. So I went ahead and I played 999 on this channel a few months ago. And if some of y'all are returning from that, thank you. You're awesome for being here again. And I fucking loved that game. And it destroyed my mind. And I'm pretty sure that most other people that played the game would probably say the same stuff. I mean, I hope you loved it, but destroying your mind is probably what Uchikoshi's point of probably writing anything he writes is. That intro, as it's supposed to, as the whole... I'm expecting to have questions the whole game, just like the first one. Hell, I'm even expecting to have questions at the end of Zero Time Dilemma, but, well, we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, speaking of questions, I'm hoping this game and or Zero Time Dilemma is going to answer most or all the questions that I have still at the end of 999. Mostly just everything about Akane's existence and like the fact that she was able to manifest as June even though she was dead. This whole morphogenetic fields thing seems to be enough of an explanation as for why June is alive at the end. At least I'm assuming June is the woman that we see at the end screen of the game. I think it's June in Alice's garb. And I think that, especially because Junpei at the end was talking with Seven, right? About Alice, and it's like, hey, he's like, Seven, did you lie to me? And I think he was talking about Alice's, like, the whole Alice thing. And I'm thinking June was in Alice's coffin until perhaps before they discovered the room with the coffin towards the end of the true ending. Like, somehow, I don't know, man, it doesn't make a lot of sense at all. But I don't know if these games are ever really supposed to make 100% sense, or even if I should want them to. Maybe I should just enjoy the nutso ride and not expect my questions to be answered. I don't know. But it feels like it's written with such intrigue in mind that it's a sin if we don't end up getting all the answers by the end of the third game. So I'm expected to have even more questions than I started with in this game, but I'm hoping that at least some of my lingering ones will be answered. Like, how did the Nonary game actually resurrect her? What I'm also wondering is how the fuck did Santa, was June able to contact him somehow from beyond the grave about how to make this Nonary game happen to bring her back? Like, how the fuck did he even know about that? And then there's this second game. I've noticed a little interesting parallel with the intro of this game compared to the intro of the first game. The question at the beginning of the 999 intro is, why do I know these things? And apparently a character, I think her name is Fee, says, how do I know? these things, or at least like there was a picture of her, and then it said how do I know these things in this intro. So that's an interesting parallel already. I think we learned through 999 that, like, I think it's Junpei saying that. He knows, you know, stuff about Ice 9 and Alice and all of that. He knows all of that stuff because of his connection to June, because of the whole morphogenic fields thing. But I also am, like, confused as to, like, the fact that you literally have to die several times in order to get all of the endings, in order to have the true ending. So it's a very jarring thing to think about. Like, are they literally repeating it in a loop? Is that fucking canon? Or is that just an excuse to get all the endings? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't try to put everything in a neat little box that's perfectly explained, but frankly, that's how I would approach writing anything. That's how I want to, anyway. It's really hard to do that, but I would at least try to make everything make sense. Everything about anything that I write makes sense together and answer questions by the end. And I just don't know if these are ever going to do that. And maybe I should not expect them to, like I keep saying. But yeah, this intro, what I'm getting at is whoever is Zero in this intro, or the bunny dude, I don't know if he calls himself Zero. I assume the bunny dude is the Zero of this game. Also, like, how could Akane speak as Zero in 999? Like, will we receive answers for any of this shit? I fucking hope so. Or was that her speaking as Zero? Over the speakers, I mean. Where did that voice come from? Surely not a dead person, right? Surely not June. She was with Junpei 99% of the game, or someone else. I don't think Santa either. But, no, he was, I don't know, man. Or was it pre-recorded stuff? I don't, maybe, like, some of these things were actually answered and I forgot them. It's been months, that's very possible. And hell, it's possible for me anyway. I have severe ADHD. So even if it was something I learned 5 minutes ago, I may have forgotten it, at least temporarily. But anyway, yeah, this person seems to have trust issues. I'm wondering what the whole tying in theme is, like what the purpose of this is. So 999, the whole purpose of that game was to punish Hongo and the other people that made the original Nonary game happen, and also to resurrect Akane. I'm gonna try not to think about that too much more than I already have for the past few months. It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna do it. Damn it. So I'm wondering what the purpose of this Nonary game is. The whole perspective seems to be, though I'm fully expecting to be proven wrong on that, really. Maybe not fully, but the whole intro is actually coming from the perspective of whoever the fuck Zero is in this game. Now, maybe it's from the perspective of Sigma, because he was put in a game of betrayal. But maybe it's from the perspective of Zero, like I said already, and the main reason I think about that is, what if Zero, in some sick, twisted fashion, wanted to punish people by having them betray each other because someone betrayed them, or maybe all of them betrayed them, even possibly unknowingly? I'm wondering how all these people are connected, because they've gotta be, right? Just like in 999. I'll be surprised if they aren't. I'm wondering if they have anything to do with the original game from 999 at all, and I hope so. Actually, no, I think I've definitely seen Clover in art of this game, so at least some of them, surely. But, yeah, like, who the hell's Zero this time? What's their goal? Also, this game being specifically about betrayal is pretty fucked up. Now, yeah, betrayal was part of the point of the first one, or at least it was built in. Or at least, like, there was definitely incentive for betrayal. Oh boy. But, Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling for now. More rambles will come to me as I keep going. Surely. Probably I'll remember things I wanted to say as I keep going, but that was the initial stuff I wanted to get out of my head is I'm just really curious how this game is a continuation of the first, and just what the purpose of the Nonary game Ambidex Edition is, who the fuck Zero is, and please answer my goddamn questions from the first game. And how is the betrayal tied into this? Who are these people? How are they connected? Also, I already really like Fi, and I've seen very little of her. Oh yeah, I did start this game extremely briefly a billion years ago. I played the first room, I think, and then I quit. And I probably remember less of it than I did initially about the first game, because I watched a Let's Play of the first game, a whole one, years ago. And I definitely forgot most of the irrelevant stuff, so it was basically a blind Let's Play. But this one's gonna be more blind, Not entirely still, but I'm hoping to make ZTD entirely blind, because I don't know shit about that game. Other than the fact that Junpei's in it again, apparently, because there's memes about that, and apparently people don't like ZTD Junpei for some reason. And also, apparently the characters are not well written. People don't like ZTD. I will give it a good fair shake. I don't tend to prejudge games like people do. I love this series. I want to see where ZTD goes. And I'm probably the kind of person, because I've done this with many other franchises, that will tend to like things that are mass hated. It's a weird thing that I do, oftentimes. Anyway, and by the way, I'm doing English voices, by the way. If there wasn't already voice acting. I feel like I need to clarify that. I appreciate English voice acting. I mean, you know, in a text-based game like this, it's not like you need the English voice acting, but, you know, I like being able to understand what I'm hearing and appreciate all the nuances in a way that I can't with spoken Japanese, you know, because I don't fucking speak Japanese. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Where the hell am I? Deja vu. Welcome to Junpei's situation in the first game, Sigma. Looks like an elevator, but...
Isn't that obvious?
Hi-Fi, I already like you a lot. Because of her attitude and her hairstyle and her tomboyishness. If it wasn't already obvious if you've watched anything else I've ever made on YouTube, maybe. Well, I don't know about anything else I've ever made, but... I talk about how much I simp over characters like her a lot, so, you know. Also, already very spooky. Interesting how we're waking up with someone this time, instead of on our own. But it would make sense for a game of betrayal, this being the theme of the game. If you wake up with another person to betray, it makes sense. Who the hell are you? Hello? Right, okay. Let's try a different tack here. Different tack? Does he mean tack as in short for tactic? I guess. But I don't think I've ever heard that before. And also, if I was gonna write that, I'd probably just write it T-A-C. Because, you know, tactic doesn't have a K. Where the hell are we? Also, while we're at it, why? Yeah, kind of futile to ask those questions, frankly. Everyone in 999 did it over and over again. They never seemed to really get it until the very end. Because that's kind of how these games are written. No response? You always this friendly, or did I kick you while I was sleeping? I'm liking Sigma's personality already, although I liked Junpei too. He's funny. And again, there's a similar sense of humor, even though this is definitely a different dude. Damn. No luck there either, huh?
I'm plenty friendly.
Excuse me? Pausing for a good ass while after like the last thing you heard the person say to you, and then saying it in that tone is not friendly. I'm not convinced, lady. I love you already, but I'm not convinced.
I said I'm plenty friendly.
Yeah, that still not convincing. It sounds the opposite of friendly. Hey, looks like you can talk after all. I mean, considering you were aware of her presence to begin with because she spoke, duh. So, let's try this again. She's not gonna respond to you this time either, dude. I don't think. Where are we? I don't think she knows, dude.
Don't know.
Well, could be worse, I guess. Oh, jeez. You could have said, actually, we're stuck in a booby-trapped elevator in the bowels of a top-secret government facility where they conduct grotesque human experiments. I mean... Considering the original Nonary game was a grotesque human experiment, and you could even consider the second one to be the same, but not really an experiment as much as a really convoluted and fucked up plot for both revenge and the resurrection of someone that died. But, like, if this place is not also, like, the site of something oof, I'll be surprised. I'm really wondering where they're going to take this game. Like, why is this game happening? Where is it happening? Who is doing the thing that is making it happen? Who the fuck's Zero this time? Or do they have an accomplice just like the first Zero did? Or first, meaning, I guess the second Zero. Or, no, yeah, the first Zero. Because Zero was the one that did the the Capture, the second Nonary game. And now this person is also going by Zero, I do believe. Whoever the heck the bunny is this time. Right, back to the first question, then. Who are you? By which I mean, what's your name?
Sigma.
Cute. That's my name. I'm asking you what... Wait a second. How do you know my name? I haven't met you before, have I?
No, you haven't.
Excuse
I don't
me?
have any idea who you are.
Excuse me? Wait, yeah, see, there was, like I said earlier, there was a picture in the intro of her saying, why do I know these things? Or something like that. It wasn't specifically, why do I know these things, like the beginning of the first game, but it was a very similar question. But she knows his name. So, is she like Junpei from the original game? In that there's a morphogenetic fields connection with her and someone? Zero, maybe, just like Junpei? But what? How could you know my name if you don't have any idea who the fuck I am?
How the hell am I supposed to know? I just know it, okay?
I've definitely heard the fuck out of her voice. Time to look it up on the IMDb, just so I can talk about it here on the video. Alright, the voice actor for Fi is Karen Strassman. I knew I recognized her voice. She's in a fuck ton of things, and because I'm such a video game nerd specifically, I'm just gonna list off some of the games that I know that she's from. She's in a lot of other games, and a lot of other, you know, TV and movies and stuff too. She's everywhere, holy shit. But as for characters I know from games I've played, she is Aegis in Persona 3, Nanako and Izanami in Persona 4, and she's also Lika and Annette in God Eater, which I will do content on all three of those series, on that whole series, on all three of those games. I think I'm gonna do Let's Plays of all three of the God Eater games. They're amazing. And I don't think at this point I really plan to. Like this summer, damn it, or at least start those this summer. 'Cause that's a big boy. So many things I want to do are a big boy. Oof, man. And she's also Anna in Fire Emblem Awakening and onwards. She's in a lot of things, man, and hell yeah. And Fire Emblem is another thing for the bucket list of things to do content of. So many things. But yeah, she's awesome, and she's Fi here as well. I knew I recognized the shit out of her voice. Mostly from Persona 3 and 4. And see, I only really recognized her from 4. And by the way, she does an amazing job of Nanako's voice. Because I imagine it's kind of difficult to sound like a child. Non-cringily? Or like, convincingly. That's what I meant. That's the word I wanted. I love her as that. She makes Nanako even more adorable and protectable than she already is. Aegis is an awesome character, and she's very versatile. She can do a very emotive child and a robot very well. I mean, that alone speaks volumes, I think, about her ability to speak. Ha! I know it's a lot more than just saying words like what I'm doing right now to voice acting, but still. And she's also Izanami, which I won't talk about because holy plot spoilers. Batman, play Persona 4, just do it. Hey, no need to bite my head off. It's just, you're not really making sense here. And you still haven't told me who you are. Oh, and by the way, random tangent, I just feel like this is something I need to mention before I start doing puzzles. If I am stuck on a puzzle for like half an hour or more, my ass is looking that shit up. I do not want to sit here and be confused. I want to play the game. So, just a warning, but I'll try my best not to get to that point. But if I do, it is guides for me.
Shut up! Just back off!
Oof. Oof! Yeah, these 3D models are weird, man. They're not bad, but I really would prefer the fuck out of the 2D art, and I kind of do anyway in anime games, but I know that it's something that everyone complains about when they play these, so I'm gonna try not to make a stink about it. And honestly, I don't even mind very much. But like, look at her fingers, yeah. I think better models needed to be made for this game, or just not do the 3D models. I don't know. Either way, like I said, I'm gonna try not to get bothered by it too much, at least verbally. But you know, Grandpa.
Look, I just don't know. All right, it's just kind of there.
I wonder how much younger she is than him, because like, It'd be funny if she wasn't actually younger than him, but, like, he definitely looks like an adult, and she looks like she could be a teenager or, like, an early 20s person, maybe. But, again, this is fucking a Japanese piece of media. Like, a lot of the female characters are gonna look a lot younger than they actually are. Anyway.
Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
Again, it was very much like a lot of the stuff Junpei just sort of knew without any way of knowing in the original game, and it was because Akane. So I'm thinking it has something to do with morphogenetic fields as to why she knows this. Hold on a second.
What do you think this thing is?
Huh?
This bracelet? See, you've got one too. They're pretty much identical.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I wonder if Sigma's bracelet is also actually not a detonator, like the first one. Actually, no, I remember that it's actually like needles with poison or something, which is... But, I really wonder if his bracelet's fake, just like Junpei's was. But part of me feels like they wouldn't pull that again, which is scary. I wonder if you actually get killed by your bracelet in this game, in any of the bad endings. And then we'll know if it's real. Because, yeah, thinking back on it, you don't explode in any of the bad endings. As far as I know. I mean, he takes the bracelet off, and he goes, hey, there's no detonator in here, so yeah, no. There's no way he explodes after he dies in any of the endings in 999, but I almost feel like because they did that, this game is not going to have that kind of plot twist. Man, these games are just, they're really good at intriguing you and making you think, like, especially once you play the first game and, like, understand some of the concepts that it forces on you in the first game. The scientific concepts that the series is based on. Or, theory concepts. And I really don't know how much most or all of those are grounded in reality, because frankly, I'm not interested in science much. I used to be when I was a kid, but then entertainment became my life because I love it too much. Hence, I do a YouTube channel now, but yeah. Where'd they come from?
It was on already when I woke up. I haven't figured out what it's for yet, though.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's a watch, does it?
No. It's just got a 3 and the word pair.
So he's paired up with her. Oof, man, they pair people up, but then I imagine expect them to betray each other, or expect them to betray everyone else but the other person. Maybe. I really wonder about that.
What are you doing?
Trying to get it off.
Good luck.
I don't think he's voice acted yet. Junpei had voice acting. Does Sigma have voice acting in this game? I guess it's fine if he doesn't, because I can just voice act him. I'll be fine with that.
It's on pretty tight. Doesn't even have a clasp or anything.
What about these buttons on the sides?
I pressed them, but nothing happened. Not even a beep.
I'm pretty sure I remember that every bracelet but the ones of the people involved in the experiment in 999, those were the only ones that actually had bombs. Otherwise, they did not have bombs, I do believe. But I have a feeling these ones are all real, but we'll see eventually, won't we? Yeah, you're right. Nothing. Damn it. The hell is going on here? Somebody better start explaining, or... Well, I guess quite uncanny timing from, I'm assuming, Zero there. Wait, what?
There's something on that screen over there.
Hello, Zero.
How are you feeling? I am Zero.
What the hell is that? No, pretty sure it's a rabbit. Oh, classic Uchikoshi humor. Never stop writing games, Uchikoshi. Speaking of which, after I do ZTD, I will also do AI the Somnium Files, and eventually I will do AI the Somnium Files 2, whenever I can get a hold of that game.
I'm sure you.
But yeah, like, I'll, at some point after I finish 1, I'm gonna do 2. Like, no matter no matter how Uchikoshi's writing, like, devolves from here, a lot of people have been saying that things along the lines of, like, AI, the Somnium Files isn't as good as Zero Escape, and ZTD is kind of where Zero Escape, like, got, like, worse, but I still feel like I will always find things to latch onto with Uchikoshi's writing. He's just got a way of commanding your attention, I feel like. And also, like, the way the games are structured in general. You know, definitely should credit everyone else involved in these games, because it's not just Uchikoshi. Not even Guilty Gear is made by just Daisuke. There's a lot of other people involved. But whenever people talk about the people that make Guilty Gear, they pretty much say just Daisuke. Because, yeah, he apparently does a lot of this shit. He's extremely multi-talented, but he doesn't do everything. He mostly does this super creative side of it, and everyone else does the logistical and actual coding side of it, as far as I remember. And I'm pretty sure Uchikoshi is similar, but I think he might just also just do the writing, really. So let me know, friends, if you know more about his occupation, basically, and what he actually does for all the games that he writes.
It just seems silly to have a big old chit-chat right now. So,
A game?
I'm gonna give you a game to play! Yes, yes, yes! And I'm calling it...
I'm already loving and hating his personality, and I think you're supposed to find it grating. The voice actress? I think it's an actress. Because normally these high-pitched boyish voices are actually done by a woman. It's easier for a woman to do a higher-pitched voice in general. Like, for example, Morgana is voiced by a female, who also voices some female characters. A lot, actually, in a lot of games. And it's just like a common thing. So I'm guessing that the person voicing Zero is a woman. I'll look that up. Like, I'll look up voice actors that I recognize, but ones I don't, I'm probably gonna remember to look them up later at some point, just because I'm really interested in that. Props, by the way, to this voice actor for just being very animated. And not just in, you know, the sense of it's a very animated rabbit. I think that he even appears as animated in, like, the actual setting, like this, if this was real life and looked like real life, like it does, I would imagine, to the people in this situation. They'd probably just see an animated rabbit on the screen. Wait. The way...
There's more to it! Lots more!
The way she went... It sounded like she knew what nonary games are. Just like she knew who Sigma was. Or what Sigma's name was, specifically. So, has she been in another game herself? Has there been a third nonary game already? Were these other people from the original nonary game? Because there were 18 in total, maybe? I'm wondering if that's who these 9 people are this time. Actually, wait, no. Is there 9 people? Because if everyone's in pairs, and I'm assuming that is the case, then 9 leaves someone alone, which... Hey, hold on! Who the hell... I love this voice acting. I'm sure it grates on a lot of people more than anything, but I always appreciate very animated voice acting. It's hard to do that, you know? I love just how much this rabbit oozes personality because of the way he's being voiced, regardless of how grating that personality may or may not be, depending on who you are.
This elevator you're in?
Yeah, no, that's a woman. The more that I listen, I'm like, yeah, that is a woman. I think putting on a boyisher voice, so Zero's supposed to be a male. I do believe that is... Like, the more that I listen to the voice, yeah, like, tonally, it's like... It's got qualities that are very feminine. Just like, even though my voice is higher than a lot of men, you could tell I am a man by the way I speak.
It's gonna fall in a few minutes. Way down.
Fall?
Yes, indeedy. So you'd better get moving.
And by a man, I mean a biological man. And the reason I specify that is, well, it's Pride Month, for one thing. so I'm more conscious of this than usual, but I'm always conscious of this. Like, trans people can often sound like the gender they were biologically born as, you know, even after their transition, or while they are transitioning, or just while they have decided that they are truly the other gender. So that doesn't apply for trans people, but it does apply for cis people. And by the way, if I offended any, like, trans people by saying that in that way, let me know what it was that I said, and I will try to word that better next time. I'm just trying to include y'all, because it's something that I feel like is just and right to do.
I'll see you later. Have a nice trick.
And I've had trans friends, and they're cool people. They're usually generally really brilliant and passionate people that are awesome. And I love trans people, and I love LGBT people, and I am bi, and I am an ally to the core, and I have gay friends too, man. And I have bi friends too. I love LGBT, man. Yeah, see you next fall. That joke wasn't any funnier in elementary school.
Oh, I get it. Trip and trick, huh?
Don't tell me you're impressed. For the love of... Wait, how did I call up the... That's... Oh, shit! Okay. I hope I can go back and read that. I don't think... Okay, do I load already? Shit. I'm trying to, like, figure out the controls and remember how to look back at the log, but I accidentally skipped a bunch. It's probably not the most important text in the world. Do I really want to go back for that? Well, the escape portion is to escape from whatever room you're in, hence the name. Move the cursor with the left stick and press the X button to examine anything on the screen that catches your attention. You can change the camera angle by pressing the L1 and R1 button. Okay. I can't seem to skip. I really hope I'm not still in skip all the next time I get in one of those. I'm not gonna go back and restart the game just because I missed a bunch of text and some context from earlier. I think I remember. Oh, never mind. Wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, no, it's just pressing up. Because, yeah, I forgot about that. We'll just continue on. I hope I didn't miss anything there. Like, any kind of choice I could make there. But if I did, oh well. We're moving on. Whoops. Now I know to be careful about the buttons and that up is log, up is log, up is log. It was an entirely different button in the first game. So now I've solidified that in my mind, hopefully. When you see the word zoom in cyan in the top right corner of your screen, the game is in zoom mode. To return to the normal view from zoom mode, press the Squeakle button. And if it wasn't obvious already, I'm using a DualShock 4. I just feel like that kind of information might be relevant to someone. To exit zoom mode, just press the circle button. Okay, yes. You already said that, but I appreciate the repetition for someone like me very much. Thank you. If you need help with the controls, press the right directional button to open the archive. Refer to the Help tab for a list of basic controls. I'm sure it annoys a lot of people, but I would rather instructions in a game be repeated than not. Even if it's excessive repeating, even from me. Or even if I definitely got that particular concept that time. Because depending on my brain on a different day, I might have not gotten the same thing. Or, like, basically the principle of repeat things at least a couple of times for people like me that are more short-term memory impaired. Because holy crap, I have very severe ADHD. To the point that I know a lot of other ADHD people do not go through the same severity of symptoms that I go through. And even a lot of the specific challenges that I have because of how severe my ADHD is, that they don't even have. It is definitely a spectrum, just like autism. And oh yeah, I'm on that too. It's all fun games. Having Asperger's and ADHD is a really weird roller coaster, man. Because, like, for example, I love Let's Playin. I feel fucking complete in moments just like this when I'm recording a game. But then my ADHD part of my brain's like, but you could be doing all this other stuff instead. And I'm like, I don't wanna. And my brain's like, well, you're gonna. And I'm like, God damn it. And that's literally my life. But I'm working on it. It's less of my life, more of the time, and that feels good, but still, God fucking damn it. And also, I feel like it's very important when you're talking about challenges you have, also talk about the other side of it. You know, the non-challenge. Because I feel like a lot of people focus on the negative very easily, and it just fucks your brain up. And it makes your life miserable. And you're doing it to yourself. The words that you say, and like how you represent yourself, like I learned this very hard a long time ago, is that you really got to be careful what you say and what you think, and try your best to regulate it all to some degree or another. Or at least, like, what you say. Because words are so powerful. And I promise you, like, just the effort, the small effort of making sure that what I say reflects both sides of my life has been very helpful. And it's another reason why doing this is so fucking impactful to me. And I'm hoping that how fulfilled I'm feeling right now, how liberated by being able to express myself while doing something that I love, will help me just latch on more to this despite anxieties, despite my brain not feeling up to recording something that day or whatever. A fire extinguisher? What's something like this doing in an elevator? Isn't that obvious? It's here in case there's a fire. Whoa, you're saying that there's some sort of thing in here that'll start a fire? It's not out of the question. Come on, don't do that. I won't be able to do anything if I think there's something in here that'll set us on fire. Yeah, the dilemma of this is you're gonna die if you don't do shit, and you might die if you do shit. Fun. I mean, hell, you could even, in an extreme way, apply that to life. Like, there's a lot of weird ways to die. You could die to anything, but for most people, probably anyone that's watching this, it's probably pretty unlikely that you'll die at a young age. Now, of course, it can still happen, but it's pretty unlikely with medical technology and, like, the people that have access to the internet probably have access to enough medical stuff. And also, the world is safer in a lot of ways than it used to be. It really is. It doesn't seem like it a lot of the time. The news will really make you want to not believe that, which is why I don't fucking watch news. If there's important things going on, important enough that I need to know about them, then people in my life will tell me. It always happens, because they pay attention to the news, so I just don't. Of course, on principle of what I just said, I don't recommend that everybody doesn't pay attention to news, but if you're like me and super sensitive, you probably shouldn't pay attention to news, because I don't think I could for my own sanity. Most people just do, but I can't for my own sanity. Just like getting a normal job. Yeah, my parents are really not fond of, that whole stance that I have for very good reason. Not just my parents either. Most of my family, most of my friends, they keep thinking, oh, that's immature. Yeah, well, I call it not stepping into a situation that just causes me pain and nothing else. A square metal box? Looks like a safe. Yeah. I wonder what's inside. Something someone wants to keep safe. What else would you put in a safe? Well, what do you think it could be? A cracker? The hell's so important about a cracker? Okay, how about a tie deposit box? She's so interesting. She's very odd. In a very endearing way. I also really like her, rather kudere and tsundere sort of... I don't know, I think more kudere than tsundere, maybe. Sort of, like, attitude. Rather emotionless-ish, and... just her very interesting, ways of thinking so far. A what? What does that even mean? And I'm loving Sigma's personality. Very much comes off as the straight man in the insanity of these games, just like Junpei did. If you really think about 999, Junpei is the straight man and everyone else is the other half of the comedy duo. At the same time, though, Junpei's also one to make his own jokes that are really ugh. And so far, Sigma hasn't done that, but we'll see. He definitely is still doing the straight man thing that Junpei did very well. Let's just try and open it. How? Well, there's some kind of pad on the front with a 3x3 grid, right? I'm guessing that's how you open it. Right, let's give it a shot then. Each escape room has a safe somewhere. Each one, huh? A room always having a safe is definitely not a thing in the original game. Safes were a pretty common thing, but keypads were also used to just open doors and stuff, too. These safes have two passwords, one for escaping and one for a hidden file. And I'm sure keypads will be used for other things in this game, too. I'll be surprised if they aren't, but still. Always having a safe is, I'm pretty sure, definitely not a thing in 999. When you open the safe using the escape password, you'll get a key that will allow you to leave the room you're in. If you open the safe with a hidden file password in hard mode, you'll get a gold file. If you do the same in easy mode, you'll get a silver file instead. Which mode am I on? Did I even select the difficulty? did I even see that the difficulty was selectable? Is it just selectable in options? Is hard mode something you have to play on a second playthrough? Oh! I can't change it right now. Well, when I can, I'll see what... It looks like I'm on hard. Okay. I'll try to stay on hard best I can. The gold and silver files contain supplementary facts and background information that will give the novel sections added depth, but are not necessary for escaping. And also, I think I'm going to stay on hard because if I don't know what to do, I'm going to look up a solution. And considering that, like, what I'm guessing the difficulty modes do is they make the logic easier. Like, they make the puzzles different and easier in easy mode. Like, that's what I would assume you would do for difficulties in a game like this. I'm pretty sure 999 did not have difficulties. So I'm thinking that since there's an easy mode in this game, it just makes the logic easier. Considering I'm going to be looking it up if I get very stuck at all. And also, you're apparently going to get gold files, which might be better information. I'm definitely going to stick to hard. Wait, hold on. So, do you need the silver ones too? Is it necessary to play the game on easy to get the silver files? In one of my other playthroughs, I might try to stay on easy and see if the silver files really do just give different information. But if I was designing this game, I might make it so that hard gives more comprehensive information. Or just like less surface level information than the silver ones. Either way, it makes there's gotta be a reason that the gold files are labeled that way and are only on hard. I imagine it's better information, or that you're gonna get something that's different than the silver files. And I definitely want as much understanding of this whole insanity as I possibly can, so. In order to escape and continue the game, you must open the safe with the escape password. Alright, well, I don't have the password yet. No luck. Well, of course not. You're not gonna get far just by guessing. You need to find a clue. You just escape room. Okay, yep, I've already said that. Please don't... Okay, it's gonna be this again. Waste of time. Good plan. I've tended to do that all through 999, and I still haven't broke the habit of just clicking the safe again and having to go through a bunch of dialogue about it. They always make fun of you for doing the saves too early. Even though the rest of the game applauds you for clicking everything else all the time. I say clicking, even though I've used controllers to play both of these games. But, like, that just seems like the natural way to call it, because, you know, mousing over something with a cursor and pressing a button is very much like clicking. That's what, like, that sort of function in a game, I call it clicking, because I used to play PC games more than anything, even though I'm not clicking, I'm moving a thumbs. I mean, like, if I just had, in this case, keyboard enabled for this game, I would hope that the game would program it so that, you know, I move my mouse and I click the left mouse button and bam. Because that's what this sort of thing is in PC. Or don't quote me on this, though, but I imagine that the style of game that this is came originally from PC, even though this is more of a controller-friendly game, which is why I'm playing these games with a controller, but I digress. Okay, a handicapped person. Person with a cane, walking. Huh? Why did it light up? I didn't do anything earlier. Maybe that was because the game hadn't started yet. So do you think this button does something? Dunno, let's take another look at it. The button's lit. It's a pretty lit button, man. Want to like it on the other side of the room. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh. Not sure. By the way, is this some sort of item? So why are these colored like this? Oh, hey, this end is... Aha! I'm glad that all of my experience with 999's crazy puzzles hasn't phased me. Because I already kind of noticed that the very first second that I saw this at all. I'm hoping that this game I won't need guides as much. For 2 reasons. 1, I have experience with the kinds of puzzles that are going to be here. 2, I'm way better at disciplining myself to not be tired as absolute fuck when I record things, and not record too long, so that I will be tired as fuck. Like, I have much more discipline. I will do that. I have to, because it's gonna be worse content if I'm tired, so. Can you take it off? Let's see. So for those two reasons, I'm hoping to get through the puzzles better, because when I was tired as fuck, I just made more mistakes, and my logic was less sound, and I was more just brute forcing through the game. I don't want to do that here. So I'm hoping, you know, with my experience and my much better sleep habits nowadays, that I won't have as much trouble with the puzzles. Green handle, it's got a plus sign on it. Probably the handle for some kind of tool. The grip is green. The screen that's just appeared is called the item screen. While on the item screen, you can inspect items you found and combine or hold them. To access the item screen during an escape, press the triangle button. The item icon will show whatever item you are currently holding. Nate, wait, wow, 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 what? It's just fun to rotate it right now. Okay. Oh, cool. It spins. And you can select with the right stick. Cool. Nothing else to select right now, though, so back on the handle. And remember how to control the game until I can control it a lot easier, I'm hoping. How do I move the screen? Okay, just by going to the edge of it. This is just a normal ass handle, though, right? No! I'm glad Interesting, so this one's green, this one's yellow. That's gotta be significant, but it's the same... It's got the same other end, with the plus sign on it. Over the handle for some kind of tool. Grip is yellow. So, green one, yellow one. Fire extinguisher. If only it could extinguish my fear that there will be a fire. Okay, there's the classic Uchikoshi punniness right there. Cheekiness. But there's gonna be puns. Apparently Uchikoshi is known for puns, and there's a lot of them in Ayatosanu Files. And oh boy, was there a lot of them in the first game, which is why I jumped to puns. What do you think this means? Hell if I know. Just a bunch of pictures of babies and old people. Considering there's an old person on that little metal thing here. And by the way, I already played this puzzle, but I don't fucking remember how to do it. Just like I didn't remember how to do the puzzles in the first game. Why don't you see if you can get it off the wall? Some things you come across and collect won't be stored with the rest of your items. Instead, they'll be put in the file. To look at and review them, press the right directional button to open the archive. Poster and elevator. Try counting the number of babies and old people. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18. But why? Is the logic thereof, oh, you'd be old and wise, and then at the end of your life you could enjoy youth? I don't really agree with that, because wisdom is one thing, but you see a lot of old people that are unhappy. I mean, think about that, you know? It's not about wisdom, it's about how you approach life. Because I feel like I'm a pretty happy person, and I'm 28 and still living with my parents, 27, approaching 28, and still living with my parents. I haven't had a job in a few years, I'm still living off of them. I feel pretty guilty about that. But I feel like I need to make my own way. And right now I can do that on the computer that I have in my room, because my parents are awesome, and they're letting me, even though they really don't agree with this. But after seeing me suffer every time I tried to work, that's why they're letting me do this. It scares me, but it's so fulfilling to finish a series, or do a stream, or write something, put something out there, and I'm hoping I can finally make some money online, but I'm not really after the money either. I'm after a fulfilling lifestyle that then also makes me money. I'm really hoping I can get there, man. I refuse to do a normal job for the express purpose of getting money. I can't do it. I fucking can't. Okay, so there's a child over here. Wait a minute. I think I already get the point of the poster. Okay, so, old people. 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait, is that woman right next to that sleeping old man, is she considered old? I'm gonna assume she's old, because she definitely does not look like a baby. I'm guessing... Actually, wait, no... Okay, this is a trick fucking question, okay. Because there are some people that don't really look old here. I don't know if that woman looks old. She looks She looks like she might be like 40 or something, the woman with the cigarette. But I don't know if she looks old. So I'm gonna start with 1, 2... And by the way, that quote at the bottom is a really good insight into how this zero thinks. But why? Who are they this time? Is it Akane? I fucking doubt it. If it's Akane, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Because why would she... What would cause her to think like this after she came back alive? I don't think it's her. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a little crescent there. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 old people is what I'm seeing here. There's some children and younger adults here. I'm going to leave them out for now, unless I get this wrong. By the way, the drawing style is interesting. All these people look very caricaturized. As if they're like satire. As if like Zero hates people. Or whoever made this. Who I assume is either associated with Zero or is Zero. But yeah, I'm seeing 7 old people. By the way, just like the sheer creativity and interesting stuff that goes into these games. I always am blown away by just the sheer, It's everything about what goes into games tends to intrigue the fuck out of me. And by the way, I really feel like a lot of people do not have that sense of wonder for the things that they love. Like, the things that humans have been able to do, the things that exist in nature. It feels like wonder is not as natural in other people as it is for me. Because every time I talk about this stuff to people, they're like, it's not that big a deal. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? It's always felt like that big a deal to me. And I don't want anyone to take that away from me. And I think that everyone should feel that way. Because it just adds so much greatness and joy to life. I think a lot of people that are miserable need to find wonder, and then they fucking won't be miserable. Because I would say that I have some definite emotional pain here and there. I am not miserable. I've never been. Because I've always had wonder. And some other things, like just general joy and enjoyment of life, but I've always had wonder. Like the music here, someone that wrote this poster, just all the things I'm like thinking and inferring about it. Like the idea that they had the idea in general to come up with all of this. The fact this is in a video game engine with this interactive medium that did not exist like 50 or more years ago. Like, it's amazing, man. I love video games for so many fucking reasons. Well, I'm hoping that my joy can bring smiles to people's faces, at least. Bring some good felios to peeps. So, 7 old people, 4 babies. Let's see if that works. Because the other characters in that, on that poster, look like adults and children to me. That does not seem to be it. Or else something would have happened, right? Maybe not. What's this? The hell is this stupid thing? It's huge. Is it an ATM? I see. Then do you think the safe down here is stuffed with cash? That'd be nice. I don't think so. No, it wouldn't. We have bigger problems than money right now. Thank you, Sigma. At least someone thinks like that, other than me. I know other people do, but man, I don't think near enough do. Or else corporations wouldn't do things the way that they do them. And corporations are a lot of people, and there are a lot of corporations, and most of them run things very... Money is the only thing that matters, Only thing that matters is we get more money. Like, what does that do in the end? Yes, some people, and most of the people in the structure don't, but some people have more money in their pockets. Are they happier people? Yeah, they probably have more stuff, too. What do you fucking do? They probably have, like, more... Hey, they can say, oh, I made more money, and my company did better. As far as, like, the idea of, like, making profit. And that's totally the best thing to write home about ever. Like, the idea that is what so many people live for. And I think that really is the case for a lot of people. It scares me, dude. The fact that making more money is what people live for. When they're already so rich, they'll never need money ever again. For anything, they can live as comfortably as they want. But they just keep chasing more money? Because fucking why? Like, I don't know, getting the hell out of here. Well, you don't have to yell about it. I love her! You know what? This girl is like my friends and me. I tend to be... my friends tend to be like her. I think, yeah, honestly, I really end up gravitating toward people that are more level-headed than me. Because I feel like I need that balance so much. I think that's part of why I like her already. Because she reminds me of most of the people that I am friends with and have dated. because I feel like I need that kind of personality in my life, frankly. There is a strange, mysterious device on the far side of the elevator. Indeed there is. But strange, mysterious devices are the name of the game, other than the normal game Redux Edition. Do I have to do anything with this keypad over here? Hey, Sigma, did you just hear a noise? What noise? I think it was over here somewhere. Oh, I think I did do that. Right. Ooh, okay. Examine. That's the memory card that came out of the control panel. It's blue. You'll find two types of items in the game. Hints in item form, and items you can use in some way. In order to use an item, examine whatever you want to use it on while holding the item. Whatever item is in the front on the item screen is the item you are currently holding. A picture of it will also appear in the item icon when you're holding it. Thing on the back of it. Looks like a DS cartridge a little bit, but well, all memory cards like that do look like that. I say that, but no, like, well, actually, no, yeah, they do. Like, SD cards look like that. But this looks more like a DS cartridge to me in general. Like, if you compared the look of a DS cartridge to an SD card, oh man, that is those are some unfortunate, very similar acronyms. I only just realized that. DS, SD, wow. Anyway, that's confusing. It confused me so hard I didn't even realize it. There it is again. It's right there. It's a memory card. It came out of the control panel, remember? Yeah. It's red. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, only on 1 and 3. I don't think you have to do anything with that. I'm pretty sure there's 7 old people and 4 babies there. But I don't see... Okay, so hold on. Do the case for fire extinguishers. Let's see if we can open it. Damn, no good. Is it locked? Looks that way, yeah. I bet it's actually not got a fire extinguisher in it, it's just got something for the game in it. Or maybe a fire extinguisher. Maybe part of the fire extinguisher is supposed to be used for things. Oh wait! There's the extinguisher itself, actually. Ah, it's a key! I was like, hold on. I'm glad I expected. See, I'm getting a sense for where things tend to be hidden in the design of the games. You would hope I'd get that by playing the whole first game. But yeah, fire extinguisher pin, which is actually a key. I think for the case, then. I'm not even gonna examine it. I'm just... Actually, no, I am, because there's always dialogue about this stuff, and I like seeing all the dialogue when I can. It's a fire extinguisher pin. Okay, this keeps rehashing that. Why? Do not know. But what I do know is that this key probably goes here. Alright. Let's see if this pin can open the lock. Looks like it worked. Oh, hey. Excellent. I thought it didn't for a second because I was expecting it to animate opening, but it didn't. Okay, so 4 cases for these handles. We have 2 of these handles. What's this? Polyurethane packaging? There are a few pieces of metal in here. Oh wait, hold on. I get. Okay, I think we need to find 2 other handles, but these are the ends for them. A few pieces of metal in here. 4 of them. They look like sockets for socket wrenches. Okay, so there's socket wrench handles is what we got. Each one has a different shape, though. Yeah. Well, we might as well take them. Triangular tip. Looks like the tip of a socket wrench. Some items can be combined with others to make new items. Okay, so before I do this at all, though, hold on. You done that? Navigate the second item. I probably know how to do this. I accidentally skipped some dialogue, but I think I can figure it out intuitively. It's possible to combine the 2 items you select, and I will be created. Yeah, just press the triangle button and then navigate to the other one. But before I do that, I'm gonna grab all of them. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, it'll just take all of them, and then the case disappears. Interestingly enough, do we have the case too? No, it just disappeared conveniently. That's weird. Like, why would it just disappear? Like, what's the point of doing that? I don't know. I would expect it to just stay, but maybe it's to get across the point that you don't have to maybe find the other two ones, or that you don't have to worry about putting them back or something. Maybe it's to give another extra hint on something like that. Because, like, why else would you make something like that disappear? It could just still be there. You could just close the thing and bam. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, wait, no, yeah, there's two other handles here. These are for the other ones. Wait a minute. Okay. Now I know what colors to combine things with. Okay. Yellow is triangle. I'll just start with that. Red is the hexagon. I'm not sure if it wouldn't have worked putting them together without using the right colors, but just in case I use the right colors. There we go. Alright, that's the green bolt off. Yeah, good job. You're a regular mechanic. I like the way that she talks in general. I like Fi more and more and more the more she fucking opens her mouth. Excellent. That's the red bolt gone. Yellow one. Still bolted on. Genius, you're not finished. What am I, your servant? You know, Fi could do this, theoretically, but, you know, the man's gotta do tool things. Or maybe I'm just overthinking that, and it's really just the players doing this because it's a video game, but... You know, I feel like a Japanese game... Uchikochi definitely's built in some very rigid gender role ideas, like Japanese authors tend to do, man, but... I think most people do that without even thinking, because that's the way things are, when for some people it ain't. Just like, you know, what you're supposed to do for a living. Because, yeah, I don't want, with any fiber of my being whatsoever, to go work for someone else my whole life. I would rather, hopefully, build a career online, like I'm trying to do right now. You know? Or several careers that go together. Or several income streams that go together. That are based on things that I love. That's the other really granted, I have more of a choice than a lot of people at least feel like they do. Because a lot of people leave their house way before I did and have to survive on their own. But do they technically have to? Sometimes in some situations, yeah, probably. But a lot of the time, if you didn't have this sense of shame just by moving back into your house and it was just so pervasive that you had to make a living on your own even though you hated everything about it, then people would go back and live with their parents, and then they would have that safety net until they went and did what they went and figured out what they actually wanted to do with their lives and did it. Meanwhile, I'm over here and I'm very comfortable still staying with my parents and just working when I can, because mental health is fun and doesn't let me work on it as much as I want, for sure. But I'm hoping that one day I want to be making videos and doing streams most of my time, or writing, or at least doing whatever I'm really passionate about doing at that time that I know might make me money until it does. And money is never the primary thing. It's mostly the connections with people, doing things that bring people joy, because man, YouTube videos bring me so much joy, and video games do, and sharing games with people and having games shared with me. I love it, man. I love this culture so much. I love the things that we've created in this culture. I love video games. Anyway. Looks like you got it off. Alright, let's see. Right, so got all the bolts off now. Ready? Gonna open it. What are you asking me for? Okay, jeez. A puzzle. Of course, because, you know, it's a zero escape game. There are a number of mini-games you will play during an escape. I like how it's tutorializing it, just in case people didn't know. Like, the first game. Though, of course, that's probably basically required in game design. Like, if you don't do that, you're doing something wrong. Especially because I started with this game, and then, before even touching 999, I think, anyway, but I'm really glad I went back to this, starting with 999, because I love this series now that I more appreciate writing and didn't just want to play a game I liked everything about, and as soon as I didn't like something about a game, I dropped it. That's why I dropped this game. But now I just appreciate the fuck out of games, especially narrative games like this. Just by principle of what they are, and I want to experience everything about them. And so I do. Controls and rules will generally be given to you before a minigame begins, but some start without giving you detailed instructions. They're like instructions, but they have 2 extra O's in there for no reason. Instead of an you. If you can't solve a minigame, just quit by pressing the back button in the bottom right corner of the minigame screen. If you keep trying, though, the other characters might start to give you hints. They'll only do this when you're playing in easy mode, though. So remember, if you get stuck on a minigame, give it several times before you switch to difficult to easy. Or just, like, look it up so that you always get the gold files. That's what I'm gonna do. What's this? Looks like you're in... It looks like some kind of maze. Do you think we're supposed to solve this? Probably. Alright. I'm on it. You need to move the green block from the top left to the blue square on the bottom right. You can move the green and red blocks up and down as well as sideways by using the directional buttons. Yeah, it's one of these slidey puzzles. I've played something like this in real life, and I was kind of mesmerized by it. The idea of these kinds of things. How the fuck? Wait a minute. Wait, I think I need to get it to where a red is stuck. Okay, no, wait, The green one's the one I need to move, so... I feel like I need to move a red one in there in order to be able to move the green one. But how do I do that? I'm not reading it just because... I don't know. I usually don't like the "you're a dumbass" dialogue. I didn't even mean to exit that. I might just... Yeah, that's right. I should just be able to move the cursor to retry. I will do that next time. I don't know why I pressed circle to begin with. I just kind of did it. A lot of times I will do that. And I wonder how much other people have the same experience. Oftentimes when I'm learning a game, controls will just be the last thing that my brain wants to subconsciously understand. So I'll just do the wrong thing to do what I'm trying to do until I'm very familiar with the game. It's a very weird fucking thing. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one that experiences it. But I really experience it acutely, and a lot of people pointed it out, so sometimes it feels like I'm the only one, and that's been a lot of my life. But anyway, man, how the hell do I move a red one there? Because I almost guarantee you, a red square has to go exactly where I just put the green one, but how the fuck am I gonna get a red one in there? Wait, there we go. It's funny. I asked the question, and then I did it by just kind of moving it around. So, let's see here. What do I need to do to get that one out of my way? Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. It almost looks like what I need to do is... Also, I need to not have that one... Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, I need to do that, and that side's that way. Wait a minute. Hey, there we go. Bam. Feels good. Really interesting puzzle. There we go. Sweet. I did. You're pretty good. This is kid stuff. I can do it with my head. You know, it's funny. She's like, oh, that's an elementary school puzzle. But when he actually finishes it, she's like, yeah, pretty good. And he's like, this is kid stuff. I kind of love that dynamic. Oh, look at this. Something came out of the box. Oh, yeah. Is this a memory card? Another one. So many fucking memory cards. Wonder what they're all gonna be used for. Probably this thing? Since I still don't know what to do about the kids and old people, and I might have that right. I hope I do. Or the babies and old people. Got a green memory card in my hand. Let's see what I'm gonna put it in. Hey, it turned on. Looks like this thing is working now. But there's other memory card slots there. It turns it off. You can put a memory card in here, it's a card slot. There's all three of them. What the heck is this? Maybe it's some kind of password. password. Star, star moon. Got a notepad or something? I was remembering shit. There's 2 passwords. Hold on. This wasn't what it showed last time. Hidden file. Ah! I just had to look at the screen again. I thought it had something to do with not putting all the cards in, like doing the first one, but no. View it, press the right directional button. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. I still have a note of it, just so it's not gonna be a dick. Yeah. File, pass. And then, yeah, okay, so. What is that? Is that an old ATM of some kind? Is that actually what they looked like a billion years ago? I don't know. It's a very weird looking device. It looked like some kind of wood chipper to me, though, which is a bit saw to think about, and I don't want to think about that. Because I don't want this game to be like that. It already kind of borders on that. Especially a lot of the oof gory things that do happen in 999. And I'm sure there's going to be more of that here. I almost guarantee there's going to be more of that in this game. So I know there's more everything in this game. More endings, more everything. Longer boy. I'm going to do the right side password first. Moon, moon, star. Let's try that one first. Oh, no. Okay, the enter button is probably this here, right? Yes, okay. Complete. I'll do both of them if I can. Yeah, ha! That's it. Did it. Good job. Yeah, piece of cake. We have the gold file. To see what's inside, press the right directional button to visit the archive and navigate to the red secret tab. The gold file contains supplementary facts and background information that will give the novel sections added depth but are not necessary for escaping. Start. In order to escape and continue the game, you must open the safe with the escape password. Okay. So, the darker side of it is like the second one you get. The secret ones. I'm imagining the passwords are always going to be like this. So the darker side of the screen is the not escape password. So now, speaking of being in this tab, let's just read all of these. AB room. This is where you play the AB game. It appears to be an elevator car. I was not expecting the beginning of the game to have so many of these. There are 6 AB rooms in the warehouse on floor A. From the left, they're referred to as first, second, third, etc. The interior of each room is identical to the others, with a voting device. I guess that's what that really is? I don't know. It's a very weird contraption. Is there anything like it in real life? I don't know. On the wall, and a hatch in the ceiling. AB Gate. In order to read the titles to have context, I will go back every time instead of just fast-forwarding through it with the arrows. This refers to the door of the AB room. Most elevator doors open horizontally, but this one opens and closes vertically. Most elevators also include a safety feature that prevents the door from closing if anything instructed. These doors have been closed. I wonder if I have these because of how I played the game a billion years ago and it still has my saves or something. Don't quote me, I don't know. Or maybe this is all there to begin with anyway. It would explain why I have this shit. Bracelet 1. Or maybe this was all in the gold file. Each participant has a bracelet attached to their left wrist. If a participant breaks the rules or fails to fulfill certain conditions, then a set of 4 needles in the bracelet. Yeah, this is what I remember. Mostly because it was so horrifying to think about. Very Saw-like. I'd say even more so than the freaking explodey bombs. Because at least, like, that's an instant death. This. A set of 4 needles in the bracelet will inject them with 2 chemicals in succession. 2 situations which will cause the bracelet to come off. The person wearing it completes the game and escapes. The heart of the person wearing it stops beating. Same as the first game. Same as the 999 situation and the original Memory game situation. Attempting to break the bracelet or attempting to force it off will be considered a violation of the rules. Yeah, it's spooky. AI. AI is short for artificial insemination, which is a process by which eggs are fertilized without the use of a male organ. It's commonly used in the breeding of dairy, cattle, and pigs, but it's also been... Oh, I'm being told that... What? Uchikoshi, you fucking... Why would... I mean, yes, it does mean both of those things, but, like, why would you have to include both of those? Just because it's about sex, I gotta put it in here. Koshi, please. I love you, but what? Welcome to me saying that for 3 more games, because I'm playing ZTD, and I'm playing AI the Sobbing Files, and I'm playing AI 2 on the channel here. Unless something gets in the way of that majorly, I don't, who knows. Life is life, but if I can, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm being told that in this case, AI stands for artificial intelligence, which is another thing. And it doesn't even explain artificial intelligence. Motherfucking Uchikoshi. Now, artificial intelligence is a common enough term that I can forgive him not saying that. It's this whole file is a joke. I was expecting it to be informational like the first 2. You fucking... Have a nice 0001. The word 03 says... Oh, 3. Wait, hold on. 3? Wait. There's the third. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. Was there a 0 in the nonary game that Hongo designed? Was there, like, any use of the term 0? Was he 0? Was there a 0 there? Was that a thing? Because if it's that nonary game and the 999 nonary game, and then this game, then that would explain 0 the third. But if there was no 0 in the original game, if there was no one calling themselves 0 in the original game, I am pretty sure that is the case. The Hongo did not do that. It was just the subjects that were 1 through 9. I do believe. I'm thinking that there might have been another notary game other than the 2 we know about from the first game. So I'm a bit about that, and that might explain why some of these people are here, like Fi, who we've never seen, unless she was one of the kids in the original game, which would explain why she went, but I don't know. And I wonder why Zero calls it the Ambidex edition, and who the fuck Zero is. It's always the question, isn't it? Have a nice trick, have a nice trap, have a nice traitor. How about you have a nice boot up your ass, rabbit? That'd be nice. Quantum Computer. Time for random, extreme, hard sciencey things for no reason. Because this is an Uchikoshi game, and he wrote this while drinking vodka. A device built by Tom Kwan, a Boise, Idaho commuter. That's Boise, Idaho? I'm not sure how I feel like it's pronounced Boise, Idaho, but that's just a feeling I have. I might have heard it before, I might have not. That's actually a lie. A quantum computer is a highly advanced machine. Wait. Joke definitions? Really? Why does your humor have to pervade everything in these, like, tonally serious games? Uchikoshi, please. It could have been built by a guy named Tom Kwan, randomly. So, but that's a stretch, man. Commuter? Are you shitting me? Because a commuter is just someone who goes to and from work. Yeah, he was deep in his cups here. You know, like, if you just frame the more dumb things in these games, like, oh yeah, he was really drunk when he wrote that, it makes a lot more sense than if he wasn't drunk when he wrote that. Like, he just writes things when he's fucking smashed and then keeps them. That explains a lot of these games. It's actually a lie. A quantum computer is a highly advanced machine that uses quantum phenomena, such as superposition and entanglement. I'm already lost because I don't science. To perform calculations. Let's say I also don't math. So this really doesn't make sense. Let's say, for example, that you want to determine the prime factors of 5183. I really don't math, so I really don't get that. Okay, I'm gonna stop making the joke, but like, I'm not gonna get any of this, guaranteed. A Van Neumann, at least as I am, maybe in the future, but a Van Neumann style computer, let's call him Paul, would say, and hell, I might look up some of these terms just for curiosity's sake later. Anyway, would say, can I divide it by 2, 3, 5? Just run through the numbers like that until I got the answer. Mr. Kwan, on the other hand, the computer, not the imaginary commute. Why do you have to rub that in? Why do you have to do it again? It was such a dumb joke to start with. It only makes it dumber by repeating it. Uchikoshi, please. You're an alcoholic. Get help. Would just look... Uchikoshi, please. You're drunk. Go home. Would just look like We'll just look at 5183 and say, obviously, it's 71 times 73. Math is weird, doesn't make sense, which is spooky because it's supposed to be logical as a general rule, right? A traditional computer with n bits can only be in one of 2 to the power of n states at once. But a quantum computer with n qubits can be in up to 2 to the power n states simultaneously. My brain is exploding, huh? This means a quantum computer can complete calculations that are currently impossible. Wait, what? That's amazing, Mr. Kwan. Are you seeing anybody? Huh? What is that whole fucking thing? Uchikoshi, please. Okay, you could have just explained it without all the jokes and shit. But I wonder if, like, it's supposed to be the snarky writings of Zero? It makes sense, because if the files are actually in lore in those saves for the people that are playing the game, then you could assume Zero wrote these, which would explain the tongue-in-cheek. Because that's definitely the only speaking mode Zero seems to have so far. Floor A graffiti. Someone has written 2 milkmen go comedy? On the wall in the warehouse on floor A. Presumably it refers to a pair of milkmen visiting a comedy club. The sentence construction, however, is obviously wrong. There must be a reason why. Because there's always... if something seems a little off, it's always a puzzle solution in these games. And that's the page we've got, huh? Yep. Cool. A lot of this refers to stuff outside the elevator. Because I know we're in a warehouse. That's like the last thing I remember that's like super plot relevant, really. I'll probably remember snippets of other things here and there as we go, but yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, now I need to enter the other password, I do believe. Actually, wait. Is it the sun or the other star? I think it's just... yeah. So the sun was not even used in any of the passwords, which is funny. Just to give an extra layer of you can't hack this to it, I guess. If you were just guessing. Huh? That's odd. It opened with this password too. Maybe it has 2 types of passwords. Look, there's different stuff in it now. How does that work? Yeah, you're right. It's got a false back. Okay. I was about to, like... okay, I was hoping they explained that and good. See? You can just flip around. I see. Interesting. Kind of like those hidden passages in mansions and stuff. You put in a different password, you get different stuff. I think so. Right, well, that's enough of that. Grab the stuff. Yeah, let's get out of here. Put the stuff. Put the stuff in the keyhole and get the stuff out of here, mother stuffer. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I guess you just had to put the right numbers in order to turn this thing on at all. That's what I'm guessing. Unless there is more to the puzzle. I feel like there may be. I can't seem to select... oh, wait, hold on, no. It's a keyhole. Wait, what? Oh, did I not get the key? Excuse me, I have the key. What? It's star, moon, right? Yeah? Yeah, I forgot to actually pick up the key. Whoops. Let's see what she says about it, though, or Sigma. The key we found in the safe. There's only one place where I can use this. I say and or Sigma, but I think it's more common for Sigma to always have things to say about it than other characters that have things to say about it, but I digress. Put it in the hole, that's what she said. You have to ask me every time you're gonna do something. Just hurry it up. Right, I know. Here it goes. Stop talking and do it. Yes. Wait, so if I don't have to tell you anytime we can do something, can I, like, insert any pervy action you want here? Let your mind go brain nuts, because I certainly am. Did your mind go nuts? Because I certainly am. Yes, it's unlocked. So now we just have to open this panel. Press big red button. I hope I didn't just launch a nuke. Once you leave this elevator, the novel section of the game will begin. For more information on the controls of the novel section, have a look at the help section of the archive. I think I should do that so I hopefully don't fumble with buttons all game like I did the first game. Are you ready? Let's do it. Alright, message received, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and push. Oh. It opened a hatch in the ceiling? What? Why does an elevator have a ceiling hatch? Isn't ceiling hatches a normal thing? I feel like I've heard of elevator ceiling hatches before and seen them in more other things. Maybe not. Alright, it's open. Let's get the hell out of here. What? What's wrong? Oh, yeah. Guess it's a little higher for you, huh? It's like 6 feet, maybe more. Alright then. Climb up on my shoulders. Yeah, that's right. Why is that wrong? What? What's that look supposed to mean? You think I'm gonna do? Oh, come on, I'm just trying to be rational here. No ulterior motive. Hand to God. I'll go to get my face sandwiched between a girl's bare thighs. You know, if you just stopped before you said that part, it'd be fine. It'd be perfect. But, you know, this is an Uchikoshi written game, and so we had to put some pervy in there. Damn it.
I knew it. Sick bastard.
I was just kidding. Right, look, I'm just trying to get us out of here. You got any brilliant ideas that don't involve your thighs?
Fine. On your knees.
Damn. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, she's hotter to me every 5 seconds. Totally not a masochist or anything, I promise. Yeah, that is probably the most obvious lie anyone's heard.
You're a little tall for me to just jump up on your shoulders, and I'm certainly not going to give you the satisfaction of making me climb. So kneel. Thanks.
Lead on.
A little step up is just what I needed.
What? Wait, what are you gonna do?
Here we go.
Whoa, she's very athletic. Also, ow. She can fly? How in the hell? Wait, that was a very high
Give me
jump.
your hand.
Yeah, well, whoa. That's superhuman seeming, man. Especially because he made a point of it. That seems significant. What? Oh, the heck
Well, I'm
are
not
you?
Superman, that's for sure.
Are you sure? Because that was a big fucking jump.
And I'm not Batman or Spider-Man or Aquaman or Merman or a Wolfman. I'm not a Brahmin or Common or a Cayman. I'm not a Cayman either, so you don't really need to worry about anything.
She's so weird and I love it. This strange
My
girl.
name's Vi.
Thank you for finally telling me, although I knew it already. I said it already. Y'all peeped that, surely. But, yeah.
I guess you could say I am no man.
'Cause you're a woman.
Just come on.
I love that whole speech. She's great. I love her a lot. She might already be my favorite character in both of these games combined. Like, I'm not joking. I haven't seen the rest of the characters of this game, but god damn it, she's my type in every possible. Like, check a box of what I look for in a woman. Like, if I wrote a checklist of what I look for in a woman, she would check all of those boxes. Like, holy fuck.
One of these days, Witch King.
Witch King? Excuse fucking me? Who? What? Huh? God, she confuses me. She acts like she's in an anime that is, like, not this game, because this is certainly an anime setting, if I've ever seen one. Even though it's not, like, really an anime art style. But you know what I mean by an anime setting, surely. All the Japanese tropes and things, you know? Wow, what's up with this
It
place?
doesn't look like an elevator shaft. Some kind of warehouse, maybe. Or a hangar.
So we were in an elevator that doesn't elevate.
Yeah. It wasn't going to go anywhere.
When that rabbit said it was gonna fall, he was just screwing with us?
So it would seem.
Then why?
Forget it. Look. More people.
Question. Oh my god, you can save anywhere. I feel like I remember the first game wasn't like that. So honestly, it's a weird, awkward place to end it. But I'm gonna end this here. And my reasoning is, it's been a recording, for sure. It's been a while. I'll actually see after I'm done recording, but yeah. It's a nice episode length. And I cut off, and I just wanted to see more of the dialogue between the two, so I didn't just end it in the room or right after the room or anything. But, before the other people really come into play, other than, hey, look, there they are, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here so that next time we get those people. And it's a nice little cliffhanger without being a dick about being a cliffhanger, I think, as well. So, yay. I'm hype and invested in this game really hard, just like I thought I'd be to start with. I'm proud of myself for not needing one hinteroonie whatsoever about the elevator puzzles at all. I just figured them out. And I'm hoping I can do that with the rest of the game, but it's going to get more complex. But as long as I don't force myself to play this when I'm tired as fuck, I should be fine. But I may need some assistance later, but I'll try my best not to need assistance for this game. We'll see. I had a whole game of learning how to play this game. I think I'm a better gamer now, too. So, yeah. Anywho, friends, I hope y'all have lovely ones, and I will see y'all in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to. And I will see y'all in the next one, and I hope you have good days.